Hey, what song are you listening to? Huh? What song are you listening to?
Oh, it's called Krusty Krab Pizza by SpongeBob.
Oh. Krusty Krab, yeah.
My drink? My diet Dr. Kelp? Really shocking announcement from Chris Pratt. He says he is not a religious person. I'll tell you exactly what he said. Plus, actress Dakota Johnson trashed her time doing 50 Shades of Grey, said that making that movie was psychotic, and I personally would like to condemn any of you still using Airbnb, and I'll tell you why. Hint, because it sucks. I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics. Chris Pratt just did a really deep tell-all interview with Men's Health magazine, and I gotta say, I was surprised by some of the stuff he said.
There's a little pee coming out of me right now.
First of all, Chris has largely become the poster child for being this Christian guy in Hollywood. But when the topic of religion came up in the interview, he said, I didn't know that I would kind of become the face of religion when really, I'm not a religious person. He said, I think there's a distinction between being religious, adhering to the customs created by man, oftentimes appropriating the awe reserved for who I believe is a very real God, and using it to control people, to take money from people, to abuse children, to steal land, to justify hatred, whatever it is, the evil that's in the heart of every single man has glommed onto the back of religion and come along for the ride. Whoa.
What?
Then he talked about the criticism he got a few months ago for complimenting his wife, Katherine Schwarzenegger, for giving him a healthy child. People said that it was a dig at his ex-wife Anna Faris because, of course, their son Jack was born a preemie and has had a lot of health issues.
Oh, heck no. No.
His response? He said, that is effed up. My son's gonna read that one day. He's 9 and it's etched into digital stone. It really effing bothered me, dude. I cried about it. I was like, I hate that these blessings in my life are, to the people close to me, a real burden.
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
Remember the phenomenon that was 50 Shades of Grey? Momservatives, I'm especially looking at you.
I don't do romance. My tastes are very singular. You wouldn't understand.
Dakota Johnson became a household name after that movie, and in a new Vanity Fair interview, she completely trashed the experience and called it psychotic. She said, I signed up to do a very different version of the film we ended up making. The interviewer asked her if the studio or the directors were the problem or if it was a combination. Dakota said it was a combo, but that it was also the author of the books.
Oh, wow.
That would be E.L. James. Dakota said she had a lot of creative control all day, every day, and she just demanded that certain things happen. She said that there were certain parts of the books that just wouldn't work in a movie, like inner monologue, which was at times, she said, incredibly cheesy. She said it wouldn't work to say out loud. It was always a battle, always. She said she doesn't regret doing the movies, but did say, if I had known at the time that that's what it was gonna be like, I don't think anyone would have done it.
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
It's a really good interview. They even go into the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard saga, so I do recommend it.
Actually, I wasn't aware that we had an assignment.
Can I just pose a question to you? Why are we still using Airbnb? It sucks.
It was like the absolute worst idea ever.
You're supposed to be on vacation, right? And the owner will text you like, oh, by the way, can you let my dog out today for me? Also, it's a $500 cleaning fee, so make your bed. Curfew is 10 p.m. If you aren't home, I'm locking you out. Ignore the hidden cameras I've installed to spy on you. And if you have anyone over, there's a $250 grave digging fee, and you will be forced to dig your own grave in the backyard that I will bury you alive in. But most of all, have fun and enjoy your stay. Oh, and add on to all of that the fact that they blatantly discriminate against conservatives and are now permanently banning renters from ever having parties, ever. Literally, what is the point of booking Airbnb?
Check out time.
I would rather pay $200+ a night for a decent hotel where I can come and go as I please, have a maid clean my room every day, and no extra fees for that. Why did we ever stop staying in hotels? Come on, hotels are back. Airbnb is out. I am saying it now.
Would you like a fresh towel? Maybe you could roll that up and smoke it.
Since the 4th of July is in a few days, it was important to me to really do a special interview on the spillover to highlight why America is truly the greatest country in the world. And it's the first interview I've ever done where a guest makes me cry. It is a beautifully touching story, and I think that you and your family will enjoy it as you're driving around this weekend. Look for that on Apple and Spotify tonight at midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you are subscribed to the spillover, not just downloading individual episodes, because that doesn't help us. Like or thumbs up this episode if you have always wanted to try Krusty Krab pizza. I don't eat cheese or pizza, but I would have tried a pretty patty. If you know, you know. Did Chris Pratt's comments on not being religious shock you at all? I'm curious what you thought about that. DM this episode to someone who thinks Chris Pratt is the best Chris and tap the save button to support the show. We're back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. It's pop culture without the propaganda every single day. Every single day. That is a lot of days, a lot of hard work that we put in to give you no propaganda. Can you believe it? I'm AlexClark, and this is POPlitics.
Clearly, POPlitics is best served visually, but you can also listen to POPlitics if you just want the audio. Subscribe to us anywhere you get your podcasts: Apple, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, and more. Also, make sure that if you are listening to the podcast version, you leave us a 5-star review. And don't forget, subscribe to POPlitics on YouTube.